And solar energy is about as carbon-free or carbon-friendly as you can get.
Anybody can have this system installed or install it themselves with a little bit of planning.
I highly recommend this type of energy. It's far more liberating than calling the gas man every time you need hot water.
And what you're supposed to get from this interview is the gumption to get out and do it yourself. Because if you do it and don't wait for your neighbor to do it, the planet may make it. But if you wait for the neighbor to do it, it ain't going to happen. You do it. Then your neighbor can be jealous.
Recently, there has been a great deal of excitement about a little town by the name of Ely, Minnesota. Specifically, this excitement revolves around Rebecca Spangler and her team of experts who have set out to break ground on the first commercial solar installation that the town has ever seen. Through this installation, the team is not only trying to lessen stress on the environment, but on their pocketbooks as well. Let's find out how one laundromat is trying to change the world.
As a laundromat owner, I soon recognized that this laundry is purely overhead based in utilities. It's water, it's electricity, and propane. And those are my three largest expenses, and looking at ways to address those is what led to the solar project. The first step in the process of becoming energy efficient was buying new washing machines that are less consumptive than older top load machines. So these front load machines use 14 gallons of hot water as opposed to the old ones which use 69 gallons. So by doing that, I decreased my water consumption by almost 2/3. That was the first step, and the second step was the solar project.
Northeastern Minnesota gets more sun than does central Florida. It's a good solar area. Just look how handsome these things are. And they sit here, there's no moving parts. They sit here for 20 years and give you energy. You don't have to write checks out at the end of the month.
The cost savings are unbelievable. And in a commercial building with the kind of costs that Rebecca has, it's a no-brainer. The payback time is in no time at all.
This system is an experiment, and I'm basing my numbers on what I'm seeing.
Looking at the overall cost of the project, it reached the neighborhood of $24,000. This amount was offset by a grant from CERT, and with solar tax credits, federal tax credits, it will have another 30% reduction in the overall cost. And looking at my propane savings after 1 month of use, I estimate that I'm saving between $800 and $1,000 a month, which is approximately $9,600 to $12,000 a year.
I'm putting in 1/3 less propane than I was last year. From there, I'm estimating about a 3-year payback on the system, and that's based on the amount of water that I use and the volume of consumption that the system is able to offset. The sun is a key part of solar energy. Recognizing that seems to be very commonplace, but once you've acted upon having a solar system and that sun is available for you, you realize how dependable it is.
Anytime the sun's out, and even when the sun sometimes isn't out, we're getting something out of it.
Much of our abilities to survive this economic recession stem in our creative approach to how we're going to bring down our overheads and control the costs for our businesses, and energy is definitely a way that we can do that.
We are so busy doing what we're doing, we can't see what we could be doing.
I'd like to just thank my partners Andy Hill, BJ Rusco, Brooke Shepard and Range LP Gas, Gloria Erickson, Tom Strom, Aaron Birchfield, and the many volunteers who also came on board to help this through, and also the Ely Memorial High School and the Washington Elementary School, who were able to come here on field trips